talking about again to a ba. We are still on the tune to make sure that everything is coming to you live, which is one-on-one. And I think it's just much of the time here as we're going to be starting this kind of the live coverage coming out from this kind of the session right now here. I think it's 21 something there, and we're going to be having much of the best moment here, so we can just talk about because we have much of the things to reveal and some of the things that we're going to be getting. Much of the people are going to be asking about, oh, into how it was, this and that is. But shenanigans, much of the shenanigans and telenovela has been placed in between for us to have this kind of the point to get forward. Because hello, Consma, Louisiana, thank you very much for being tuned. And also, guys, we have much of the things for us to reveal and have a leisure time for us to have a fantastic moment. And I'm greeting you from wherever you are coming from. Thank you very much, everyone who's been tuned and locked in. As we're going to be democratizing, as we're going to be moving forward to have this kind of a brim point, reaching to the commencement of this kind of the video. 14 people already. Robbie Chacha, hello, everyone. Hello, Robbie Chacha, wherever you are representing. Exactly. Thank you very much. Hello, Gintu. Gintu is Guntu. It's Gintu. Exactly. I'm for hello, Gintu. Thank you very much. Everything is so fantastic and carfragist, good. Rehema Kibwana. Never be discouraged, Gintu. We are there to make it happen because we have much of the stories to talk about. I'm just waiting for much of the people to democratize as we're going to be starting this kind of the fantastic commencement of the video, as we're going to just know what and where, how and how we're going to be just going forward, because it has been a cracker too of the moment since the last time up to date, because we are still wondering how did it happen and how much of the people are still wondering. Oh, Gintu, Otabana King, big up, thank you very much. Hey, Gintu, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Wangari Masi, thank you very much. Much of the people are still wondering about. We have much of the topics today we have to discuss about and how did it happen, because the last time much of the people saw a video, it was when I was in Nairobi, and the next video you saw it, much of the people posted that Gintu is jailed. How did it happen, Gintu, to get to the jail? And they're going to be breaking it up and how it was and how it just happened as I just landed from Nairobi. Nancy Gadoni, hello, Gintu, thank you very much. I think Gadoni is one of I think the Kikuyus, exactly. Blessings, Gintu. Donna Z, thank you very much. You being tuned. 39 people already, 9 likes and to the spot right now. I think I'm clear. Somebody can just talk about, am I clear, or I think Sashinan Gunning, because sometimes you have a defect in terms of the Wi-Fi connection and the connectability here. But I think somebody can tell me how is the clarity or how is the everything moving here. Exactly. So clear. Thank you very much. Wagwan Gintu, Mash Vina. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So guys, we have much of the points. I'm waiting for much of the people to reach like 100 there, so you can just have this kind of the position roaming and raw and going very, very fantastic. Thank you very much, Rahema Kibwana, talking about we are moving very clear. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. 40 people already, 10 likes, and we're gonna be liking, guys. Tarbo Vinili, welcome, welcome, welcome. Gintu is there to represent and make sure that everybody is getting where everything is so okay. Audio and video, it's okay. Exactly. Here we go. We have much of the Johnny Hedge. Exactly. Mafo, it's South Africa in the building. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I know everybody is just represented from wherever you're coming from. Oh, Viete King. Thank you very much. Thumbs up already. Exactly. I'm Joma. Hi, I representing. Thank you very much for you democratizing and making it happen. Attendees, hello. Hello. Somebody can just talk about to the far end that, oh, attendees, wherever you're coming from, thank you very much, is meaning that all the people are just tuned in to make sure that we are moving forward into this kind of the brilliant point. Thank you very much. And to the how the things are just running right now here, everything is so great, and I think we can just see speaking, I'm correct, everything is so good here. We are moving to a very fantastic moment here. We are just waiting for 100 people to democratize here, so you can just make sure that we are going straight to the point. As I'm just welcoming much of the people wherever you're coming from. Thank you very much. You can talk about from the USA, from wherever you're coming from here, so that somebody can talk about, oh, I feel like coming to the US there. Oh, somebody can talk about, oh, I feel to come to the Canadian there. Oh, wherever you're coming from, if it's US, you can talk about Texas, Illinois, talk about from where I'm from, where. Hi, okay, let's go. It's Hi Ginto. Thank you very much. Nice and quiet. Exactly. So as you can just make sure that everything is spherical. Because much of the times we're going to be having some hula baloo, shagala bagara, telenovela here and there. Much of the Wagwan, me general, Wagwan. Thank you very much, Mr. Sigano there, representing Vico Real Space. Hello, Gintu and the Fox. All everybody who is just tuned in and locked onto their platform, making sure that we're going to be making things to get forward. 65 people already watching, 21 likes, and to the brim point right now. You have one of the comments here talking about Gintu. I'm watching from United Arab of the Emirates. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, Edith. Nafitas, Vechekinte, Vicoril Hey, and everyone who is being tuned to make sure that we are moving forward very fantastic here and there. And I'm going to be also talking about the people who supported, so as Gintu can just talk about, oh, Gintu is moving from one place to another. And also the update about the G Castle. And also I have another breaking news that's going to be coming to you as the fourth panel here, because I should be having a book here, so I can just be writing whatever we're going to be having, so I can just discuss it without messing or bringing some shenanigans here. Exactly. So as far as everything is in concern, I'm opening a book here because I'm a good note taker here, so I can just make sure that everything is coming to you live, which is one-on-one. I have so many pens here. You know, even this kind of the pen, it came with thank you very much, my sister. She's called M. Carol. M. Carol brought me so many pens here and talked about, oh, Ginto, I like how you were writing notes here and there, and she democratized with much of the pens here. Talk about Ginto has to write. I don't know which was the meaning of the pens here, because things gonna be getting worse outside here. Exactly. So guys, we're gonna be starting this kind of the live stream here, and much of the people are already onto the spot to make sure that they're gonna be waiting for the fantastic moment as right now to democratize, and we get to the brim point that much of the people are waiting for, so they can just make sure that everybody's understanding how it came and how it was. The title is already there. How did it happen until I got myself to the jail? How did it happen? Because I talked about, I'm gonna be telling you from the story of Nairobi, which is Nairobi. Yeah, and also we're gonna be talking about at Sirari. Somebody can talk about Sirari. Sirari, what happened in Sirari? That's where the abduction happened. And also we're gonna be talking about how did they find me? Finding me. How did they find me? Because much of the people are always talking about, oh, Gintu, you always tell us that, oh, you know, security pattern here and there. But how did it happen that Gintu was now captured in a very scenario area that oh, how many and how many people find me? The people came. How many officers came? Officers came, exactly. And also we're going to be talking about what happened, because it was the first time I could just be talking about, oh, I'm just in the cell. How did I abduct with that one? Abduction, abductability of abductability. Exactly. How did it happen so as Gintu could just stay there? Kimberly Rivers, thank you very much for you being tuned there, and everything is so fantastic here. So as we're going to be starting this kind of live here, we have 91 people already there. We are waiting for only 100, and give us a like, guys. We are 91 people watching already. Give me a like, give me a like, give me a like, guys. 29 already. Like every time, so we can just move together as a team here. Exactly. Here we go, 30 people. Oh, talk about that. 30 likes already and to the spot. So guys, here we have much of the stories on how it was here. As I'm just waiting much of the people to democratize and talk about we are moving forward from this kind of the particular time, and we get to the brim points that we want to understand and gauge and get to that kind of the fantastic boom play that much of the people are waiting for. I talk about, oh, Gintu, give us that kind of the vibe. How did it happen? How did it go? Woo! No worries here, but we have to make it happen, because we are and we're gonna be making it happen, because we have much of the things to tell and aligned, so as much of the people can understand and get it to the straightforward here. I can talk about a small story here before we can just get much of the people reaching to 100 here, so we can just have much of the pinpointing to come out. I was in Nyabohansa a little bit. It was yesterday, a little bit there. And I got one of the this kind of the guys who are called the reactors in Nyabohansa. Then they were talking about, oh, good evening, Ginto and everyone. Thank you very much. Sherin, thank you very much. Soul Sister, hi, Ginto and everyone. Thank you very much for being tuned. So I got much of the YouTubers who are just in town there. And line a little bit. So I got much of the people who are just onto the town and they're talking about, oh, Gintu, you know that whenever you are just in sale, if you could just wait for only 2 days there, much of the people could be coming out talking about, oh, Gintu, hey, Gintu, you know, they need this money, so it could be a business. So yesterday I was being told with much of the reactors, you understand that I always tell much of the people that the only thing that's bringing some shenanigans to the platform is that the camera cannot be raised to Gintu because they think about whenever they talk about Gintu, they're gonna be not supported in terms of that one. So yesterday I met much of the people and they were talking about, oh, Gintu, you know, much of the people now they were coming, whoever was not even in concern with Gintu, everyone was now to talk about, oh, you know, Gintu is my friend, Gintu is this way, you understand, they're not doing it fairly, and you understand how the things are going to be coming, because much of the people know that their attention is coming, and much of the people understands that Gintu is the real G right now to the town, and everything going to be understood here. As right now, much of the people, whenever I meet much of the people that just talk about, oh, sorry, and I want to appreciate much of the people who ever talked about, oh, Gintu, we are praying for you. Thank you very much for you praying. And also, much of the people talked about, oh, Gintu, going to be supporting to make sure that we are moving. Much of the people have such kind of the jealous, the road, the G Castle is moving every time there. So they maybe wanted for Gintu to have a stop, so they can just talk about, oh, now the G Castle has stopped. I'll never stop it. And I always talked about it that the G Castle has to continue from A, B, C, D. Whether they talk about Gintu A, wow, Gintu B, yeah. Gintu C, rate. Gintu D, yeah, man. They're gonna be not understanding what's gonna be coming out as this kind of the fantastic moment that we are just talking about here. So the good thing is much of the people still understand that Gintu is the real G. And to Nyabuansa, whenever I'm passing, they talk about, hey, bro, everything gonna be so fantastic here. We have much of the reactors whom much of the people might be talking about, oh, Gintu, do you always talk to this kind of the person? Much of the talk about the reactors and talk about much of the YouTubers from Nyabuansa, they have their kind of the respect, because I'm not that kind of a guy who is always having some shenanigans with much of the people. Whenever I pass. I have my own straight records that I want to move from this position to another position with an immediate effect. I'm not that kind of a person who can talk about, oh, I have to go this way, I have to go that way. No, if I straight my record that I want to head this kind of the following route, that is the route forward. But thank you very much. Everyone has been democratized here. 51 likes already, 125 people already watching the video from wherever you're coming from. And today we have this kind of a fantastic moment here to discuss right now here. Exactly. And much of the people right now, they're asking about, oh, Gintu, live the video, please. Like the video. Inez Charles, thank you very much. Inez Charles, thank you very much. I appreciate and kudos to everyone who's being locked here. Talk about Green Moon, thank you very much. It's Soul Sistra. Exactly. Edith Vetas, Gintu, God is on your side every time. It's always respect and cherishment so as you can just move together. Humbleness is the must key, and that is the most thing that I want to tell you. That Ines Charles, Soul Sister, thank you, Victory, thank you much. I'm Lucy. Hi, I'm Lucy. Exactly. So as I'm just going to start this kind of the bring point here, 130 people democratizing already here. So as you can just have this kind of the movement going. So as far as everything was in concern, how did it happen that now Gintu was now, before even updating much of the people on how the G Castle is moving, on how we are moving on with our things here, how did they land from Nairobi? Because the last video I did in Nairobi, the first one was when I went to the dam site, then I was talking to much of the people who were at the dam site there, and how we were interrogating each other, A, B, C, D, here and there. Then I talked about, okay, the following day, I went to one of the research institute called Meteorological Institute in Kenya, which is measured, you understand the meteorology department in Kenya, what it deals with the space, talk about the climate change, the climate systematic things like that one. So as I was there and to that kind of the organization, I was given an invite, because guys, I'm always telling much of the people that when Gintu is out to Nairobi, I have so many things to do at a particular time. When I went to Nairobi, I had a specific objectives, 3 objectives that I went to Nairobi to do. One objective was to pick much of the luggages that were sent from the UK with our sister called a sister Auntie Leila. Some people knows her. She has been sending much of the clothes to Kenya, but she met with now a real G. And she talked about Ginto are going to be sending you a luggage, and we're going to be making sure that you're going to be disbursing the luggage to equitability. That is what she meant. And that was the first intended issue that I went to Nairobi. So they can just go and pick this kind of the luggage from Nairobi. Because you ever heard about Ginto talking about, oh, we have much of the people calling and talking about, oh, Ginto, do you know that kind of the luggage has landed to Mombasa and it had landed to Nairobi. So it's only you to pick it up. And when you just wait much of the time, it will just be charged the days that they are just staying there. So I just decided to go and pick them back. So the second thing is I went to Nairobi so I can just check on the meteorological department, because I had an appointment with those kind of the people who are dealing with the meteorology. Much of the people talking about, oh, Ginto, are you going to focus weather? No, but I went there. Much of the people are talking about, oh, Gintu, I want to be inviting you to one of, I have a subscriber who is working in the meteorological site, which is the Kenya Heritage, where much of the climate and such kind of the thing, you understand what I'm talking about. They are ever venturing. So she talked about, she was a she. She talked about, oh, Gintu, come to this kind of the department. I want to interrogate you a little bit here and there. So when I went there and she talked about, oh, Gintu, you understand this and this, then she told me that have you ever went for the presentation, talk about the news, this kind of the media guys? Then I talked about, no, I've never went to the media. And she talked about, oh, Gintu, you are always speaking good and you can just focus weather. I talk about, oh, who told you I can focus weather? And she told me that you understand that much of the people in our comment section are talking about, oh, Gintu, you always talk like a weather forecast. I talk about, oh, my living God. I talk about no problem here. But how do you wish it to be? Then she talked about, okay, I wish for you to go and study for new weather forecastment. I talk about, oh, my living God. This is just something so as you can just discuss. So it was part of the program. So the third program was for Gintu to make sure that I'm coming back, because I could not go there only to stay there. So I had a mission to come back again home, so I can just continue with the G Castle here. So much of the people are talking about, oh, Gintu, we are waiting for the third round. Talk about the third thing that we went to Nairobi. No, the third thing is I had to come back. That was that was part of the program for Gintu to come back home. Exactly. I could not go and go and go and go. No. So the fact thing is that when now I was at that meteorological department, I had to shoot a video talking about how it happened with the Mogesi accident. And some of the people do understand what happened to Mogesi's accident and Mayani. So I had to interrogate this kind of the two boys so I can just understand what was really meant and how did it happen and how did it go up to when Mayani and talk about Mogesi appeared to have a very brutal and talk about a very bad accident that happened to them. Then I talked about, okay, there's no problem. But then I had that kind of the video that I recorded there, and I was talking to much of the phone, and they just discussed themselves. And I talked to them that I'm gonna be coming back home so as I can meet with them. And I promised them that I'm gonna be meeting each and every whenever I land to Nyabuhase. Now, what happened from there? So much of the people now are waiting for this kind of the moment. So I reached at home. It was early in the morning, and I just rested a little bit. Then I was having much of the things to go and buy. Talk about for the G Castle in terms of the welding. Then when I woke up, I talked about 2-3 things here and there because I had to fix and arrange the work that has to be done. And I shot a video that was there. So when it reached around, it was around 15 hours at the evening time. Then I talked about, oh, what can I do right now so as I can just have much of the movement to go forward. Then I talked about, okay, I want to go to town a little bit so as I can just check 2-3 things, what are happening and how the things are just moving. Then I decided to go to the town. Then when I went, I got one of the calls. This kind of the call was coming from the United States of America, specifically Illinois. Then I talked about, okay, because my phone always update me that this kind of a person is calling from United States of America and where specifically that kind of a person is. So this number is new onto your phone and this person is calling from USA. Do you wish to receive a call or not? Then I talked about, okay, maybe somebody want to talk about how everything is. Maybe you want to talk about, oh, I saw you in Nairobi, or this and that, this. Then I just received the call. Then this kind of the call was linked to one of the guys in Africa who was the DCI in Kenya here. Then this kind of the call was talking about, Ogintu, I want you to go to one of the shop here in Migori town. So as you can just take much of talk about a screen, buy one of the screen to one of the subscriber, talk about one of the guys I really like in Nyaboansi. I will not talk about who is the guy because it would be a surprise. Because sometimes much of the people come and talk about, Ogintu, I want you to make it as a surprise, or I want you to make talk about a WhatsApp video only and WhatsApp it to me, and I'll just feel califragistically good because of the safety, and also we can talk about because of their privacy stuffs there. So I talked about, okay, how do you wish it to be? And this kind of the person talked about, okay, I'm linking you to one of the person in Kenya, and this is the number you have to call. So as is the person who's going to be sending you money. So let this kind of a person not challenge you because I've sent much of the money. You understand that kind of the thing, because much of they talk about, oh, Ginto, have sent this kind of the money to this kind of the person. And I talked about, okay, you have sent money to this kind of the person. Can you send me talk about look at this kind of the transfer that you have just done to this kind of the people. I talked about, okay, have you sent the transfer? Yeah, I have sent. Then this kind of the lady from Illinois in the USA sent me this kind of what? Sent me this kind of the transfer number. Then I talked about, okay, this kind of the transfer number, it's already to this kind of the person. It get a name and also the transfer number. And she sent, it was 600 USD, which was approximately coming into Kenya shillings. It was looking like 75,000 there, 75 something there. Kenya shillings. Then I talked about, okay, and she talked about Gintu, this kind of the lady, gonna be transferring to the shop you are going to buy the screen. And I talked about, okay, when I'm going to buy this kind of the screen, this kind of the lady gonna be transferring to their talk about it's called a till number. You're gonna be transferred this money to the till number of that kind of the shop. I talked about, okay, then I communicated to that lady. She was speaking light, the way the demon was ever speaking to me. A very nice voice. Hello. Yeah, how are you? I'm called blah blah. I will not mention that kind of a name because she's the one who sold me. I'm coming to that kind of point. She's the one who sold me, and she talked about she's called this and that, this. Then I talked about I've been told that I call you so they can just discuss on how to buy this kind of a particular TV for a specific person in Nyaboanse. And for the security purposes, I'll not mention this kind of the person because I don't know if it was a game that was played, but I'm going to be coming to that kind of the session. Much of the people ask about, oh, Gintu, is that kind of the person going to be needing such kind of a screen? Then I talked about, okay, there's no problem. I'll just derive it. But this kind of the person was not unto our team. This kind of the person talked about, okay, I trust you because Gintu, I trust you. This was this kind of the lady from Illinois talking about, oh, Gintu, I trust you. That's why I want you to make sure that you are going to that kind of a particular shop, and I really trust on you because you can tell us the real fact thing that is going on onto the ground. Then I talked about, thank you very much for you trusting me. Then I'll just do as far as you are exposing me to do or expecting me to do. Then now I called this kind of the lady. Then we discussed. She told me that, oh, Gintu, you know, the money has come in. Now I want you to go to the money, I have it already, and I want you to go to a bigger supermarket. And I talked about which kind of a supermarket are you talking about? A supermarket that's going to be bringing out the televisions and, okay, electrical ones. Okay, I talked about, okay, so it is a bigger supermarket. Then I talked about, okay, I'm going to Migori. Wait a little bit of a moment so as I can just reach to Migori. Then I'll call you when I'm inside the supermarket. Then I'll call you when I'm holding the TV. And this kind of the lady told me, give to make sure that you are buying a TV not more than 50,000 Kenya shillings, which is probably we can talk about it's like 400 US dollars, and let it not go beyond 50,000 Kenya shillings. I talked about, okay, 50,000 shillings, 50,000. Okay, I'm going to be doing something meticulous so that I cannot exceed this kind of the number. Talk about the numeric number you have given me, 50,000 Kenya shillings. Then when I went there to this kind of the shop, then she told me that, okay, do hurry, because whenever this kind of the money going to be staying to my pocket, I can misuse because I'm a liquor guy. Then I talked about, oh, why are you using liquor? Then she talked about, we have stresses here and there. I talked about, you have stress there. There's a person who's sending you money. How can you have some of the such kind of the talking about, there's much of the relationship east and west. I'm talking about, okay, there's no problem. I understand the relationship, how they go. Then I talked about, okay, so I'm going to Migori. Yeah. Now I reached a point. Now I'm going where? To Migori town, so that I can just go to this kind of a particular supermarket, so I can just buy this electrical or this kind of a screen that she has decided. So one thing that I do, I talked about, I'm gonna be making sure that I'm knowing how many inches does she talk about the 50,000 Kenya shillings. How many inches of a TV will it cost? Or 50,000 Kenya shillings. Which inches of the TV will it buy? Then I talked about, okay, let me go forward and purchase it. Then I never went to Migori because sometimes my brain is sensing. Then I talked about, no, let him not to go to Migori. Let me go to another shop in Sirari. I know in Sirari here, which is Isibania. Then I'll talk about maybe I am in Migori town. And I talk about maybe the supermarket are not having the quality things. So I go to a specific shop that is selling electricals and this kind of the screens, which is I know where we always purchase here in Sirari. Then I talked about, okay, I'm where? I went to Sirari. Then she called me that, oh, Ginto, have you reached to Migori? I talked about, yes, I've reached to Migori. Then she talked about, okay, now go select a TV. That's the fact. Go select a TV and which will not exceed 50,000 Kenya shillings. Then I went there. I discussed with the kind of the people who are just selling here and there. Then I selected a 55 inches a screen of Vitron screen, which was costing 45,000 Kenya shillings. Then I called her. I told her I've got a screen which is 45,000 Kenya shillings. Then how do you wish it to be? Can you send money to this kind of the number? She told me that no, I want you to have a picture because the lady who sent me money, she need a picture or you holding that kind of a screen so she can understand. I understand it's always happening because somebody can talk about, okay, Gintu, can you confirm to me that you are in that kind of a shop and you are holding it? Because I cannot send money if I don't know if you are there or you are lying. Then I talked about the best thing for us to do. Why can't we go live to the WhatsApp live so they can just see whatever is happening? She told me that, no, I'm in my office. This kind of the money I want to transfer very easily and make sure that I'm just rubbing this kind of the things to come out. Then I talked about, okay, that's how you are just talking about. So I had a photo of the picture and holding the screen, talking about this 55 inches Vitron. And I was just, my finger was fingering and where the 55 inches is written and to the quote there, and I just sent it to her. Then she talked about, okay, Gintu, can you tell me, is this Migori? I talked about, yes, I'm in Migori. And what's the name of that kind of, I talked about, I'm in a supermarket, you told me. So I'm purchasing this kind of the things in the supermarket. Then she told me that, no, that's not a supermarket. I talked about it's one of the shops in the supermarket. So what's the problem? And I talked about, okay, tell me the name of the supermarket you are. Then I talked about, okay, it's a shop inside like a supermarket. Then I talked about, she said that, now, I want you to give me the picture of where the supermarket, the name of the supermarket. I talked about, you talked about you want to buy the screen, then I go, what's the picture for the supermarket needing here? So this kind of the people, they were tracking me. I never knew. So they wanted me and this kind of the lady now, they wanted to have a conversation. So you understand whenever this kind of the people want to get information, they can call you so you can talk more than 30 seconds. And if you talk more than 30 seconds, then now the phone can be tracked. So we were put in a track. Then as we were conversating in a direct call, this lady called me direct. Then she told me that, oh, Gintu, my credit's off. Can you call me? Then I understood that maybe she wanted me to call her. Then she do what? She discuss on how to pay the money, and I tell her the bill. I'll talk about not the bill, the pay bill number, and so she can just deposit the money. I felt that, okay, you want the TIN number. Okay, I called her. Then you understand that when somebody want to track you, it's either you call him or you call the authority, not the authority to call you. So if it's vice versa, it will have a defect of getting the real point where you are. So it's you to call them so as they can prepare their system. So whenever they're going to be receiving, they're going to be tracking you where you are. So I called her. Then we were discussing. After 30 seconds, this kind of the lady changed the topic and talked about, no, Gintu, you are not in Migori. You are in Sirari. I have seen already my phone is talking. I talked about, how did you know I'm in Sirari? And she talked about, no, even you are not in a supermarket. I talked about, who told you that I'm not in a supermarket? This is a small room in a supermarket. So it was like a small room here with much of the screen. You understand that's kind of the shop that are running in Africa. Then she talked about, okay, I've seen the screen, there's no problem. So they had already tracked where I was. Then this lady talked about, okay, Gintu, let me send the money. Then I cut the call. When I cut the call, abruptly, I found the car has already landed. Yeah. You understand, guys, how the things do happen here and there. So much of the people will talk about into how the things are just falling. Then when I was just, now I cut the call. So they had already tracked because we talked around 2 minutes. You understand, talking about, okay, this kind of the screen is good. She was bargaining about, between the Vitron, between Samsung, between the SG, I don't know, LCL, I don't know, TCL. Talk about the other stuff, different screens. And we were just discussing about the different screens, different inches, and how they cost. And now it got to too much of them. We talk about 2 minutes and above. Then I was about, okay, we have discussed. But now she changed the language. That again, you are lying. You are not in Migori because my phone is telling me that you are in Sirari, Isbania. Why are you lying to me? I talked about, madam, I am in Migori in a specific shop that is based in electricals. So you can see the shop here. But do you see the screens? They were all over the area. Then she talked about, okay, let me put now the money. Then I decided to talk about, okay, there's no problem. Let's go forward. Then abruptly, a double cabin landed there. Not talk about the number plate. I know the number plate. Then it landed there. It was a black double cabin. Then it landed. Bop. Do you know how many people landed from inside? There were more than 9 to 10 there. 9 to 10 because I could not count. They came because that kind of a room I was, it never had an emergency. No, it had nothing for me to talk about. I could just escape. Or I can talk about, it was just one entry, one exit. Then I talked about, now it's done. So because I understood that these are the people who are coming, because I had seen their faces previously. So what could I do as I'm alone doing such kind of the stuffs? Then I had a border who was with me. So as you can just, whenever they talk about, we carry the screen, we deposit it where I was just sent, so I can just deposit that kind of the TV. Then I was having this, then whenever I saw this kind of the people, I told this kind of the border, hey bro, get this my phone here and take the GoPro. This kind of the person again was stranded. He was like, what is happening? Because he saw a vehicle coming and stopping at once. Zzz. You know how this kind of the people, whenever they got, the police, whenever they were chasing you, and now they get an emergency brake. A car comes like Safari Rally. It comes and gets the brakes. They are tracking where you are. They have seen you are in a specific point. So they are coming while understanding the real place. So I never shot a video where specifically I was. And I never mentioned where specifically the shop I was doing some of the shoppings. Then abruptly, whenever this kind of the double cabin came and packed, and this kind of the boy who was the border, so much of the people coming out, he was hesitating. And I never took my phone and talk about, take this phone. Never take my phone and the GoPro. Then I talked about, okay, He never understood these things, how they are just working. Then this kind of the people reached and they talked about, bro, don't talk. We got you. And they talked about nowhere, you can just go. So be humble. Then they talked about no problem. Let's go. And they were talking about whatever you will do, it will just be occurring to your, maybe talk about, maybe it will be used in the preferences. Then talking about what's the problem, bro? Let's go. If you want me to go, let's go. Then handcuffed me. Then to talk about, okay, let's go. Then I was inserted inside. I don't know where others sat, and I think they came with the legs, via foot. Then we rushed to their area. Then they were talking about, now, man, we got you. Now you understand, we have ever been running like safari rally much here and there, here and there. Then they talked about, you're going to be sleeping there and you're going to be sleeping to the men. Then I talked about, okay, there's no problem sleeping to the men where the men always sleep. There's no problem about that one. So they let me to, it was this year. Now they let me to the police. So I went to the, now the Isibania police station, where now there are cells, such kind of the cells there. So when I was there, then I met much of the people. Guys, much of the boys. Boys are making terrible things outside here. People are getting terrible mistakes outside here. And I tell you, young boys, young generation, talk about the Gen Z, they're terribly making things outside here. Because I got only boys, talk about boys and Gen Zs. I never got an aged person. I never got, there were like women and some ladies there. And so many of them, they were boys in that kind of the cell. Then I was placed in a cell that were 2 people. And I talked about, it was a very clean cell. And kudos. I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to be even appreciating the Kenya police in the first time appreciating them. That those kind of the cells are so neat. They are neat. I'm telling you as a fact. I never expected me to be in such kind of a place. I never expected that. Because previously, the cells in Kenya, mostly, you can find that it's a cube, it's enclosed with concrete everywhere, that it's only one entrance, one exit. And that door, it has those kind of the strips onto the door that you can just peep and see, or somebody can just insert something, or it's a paper inside and you can get it. Somebody understand the peeping area at the door zone. Then when I got this kind of the people there, I talked about, okay, you understand the Kenya cells, whenever they're just cubed, you get that kind of a cube, it doesn't have a toilet. It's only having, how can we call it? A bucket. A bucket. Talk about a bucket, guys. It's placed onto one corner. When you are just there, everybody's seeing you. You remove your trouser, you remove your pant, talk about underwear, talk about oruaro. Then you go and do what? You deposit whatever you're depositing. Everybody is checking at you. Whether you are whether you are whether you hear. Everybody understands. Whether now, some people, whenever they are excreting, and they excrete both parties. You understand? Both behind and the front. The front is behind is. You understand what I'm talking about? So what now came to my conscience? When I reached to this kind of the specific position, I never imagined that a cell, they have a toilet. They have, talk about a small bath area. I never expected it. For the first time, I went to talk about Isibania police post. Then I got a cell. Yes, you are, it's like, how can we call it? Here we call it bed sitter. Guys, here we call it bed sitter. If you have ever talked about bed sitter, it's where it's just a sitting room, a bedroom, a small kitchen, then it has a bathroom. Then this kind of a cell, it's a single room, but with a bathroom. A bathroom is there. Water is there. It's not for flushing, but it's a manual operating water. Let me come. I mean by manual operating water. If you are going to susu, you go and susu and pour water using the jug or using the plastic, whatever will be there. That is it. So the previous ones, It was in a way that you could just use a same bucket, and whenever you go in, you are a new, now we call about a new recruitee in that kind of a cell. You are the one to sleep closer to that kind of a bucket. You are the person, if you have now from the very good air outside there, now whenever you get to that kind of a position, now you get things are awkward. So the previous ones, they were so disgusting. But right now, what I can tell much of the people is, I've seen the comment section is not working. I don't know why. The comment section is not working. I don't know why. If the people are pausing a little bit, live chat, all messages are visible. Exactly. I think all the messages are visible. Exactly. Yeah, we have now, we're gonna be checking on. Exactly. Yeah, we have much of the people getting Gintu A, Gintu B, Gintu C. I gave Ernest some of transportation money to check on you. Did you see him? Somebody talking about Ernest. OG, I gave Ernest some transportation money to check on you. Did you see him? Ernest, I never saw Ernest. The only person who came late and he never found me was Max One. Ernest, I never saw Ernest there. Hello chat, I am late. Exactly. Yes, Ernest lied. Who saw many lies in your voice? Why is there no peace? I understand how the things are. Car-sent actor YouTubers will never be returning. Imbroglio. People, oh, Mzungu, Pebo, you are here. People were reporting that so you can get donation, that so they can get donation. That was the fact. I'm telling you, that was the fact. That was the fact. Much of the people are reporting that Gintu is arrested so they can just get much of the things. You understand how the things go. OG Gintu was not beaten. That was the fact. Lucy, sounds like a VIP cell. Gintu was lucky, I think. I understand. Guys, let me tell you how it was. They were using the shock effect, lying that they was beaten so people donate to them. The fact, guys, let me tell you how the things are going here. So when I went to this idea, they were just talking much of the things here and there, talking about the case is so big, this and that. There's so much of the sarcasm. Then they told me that I have to rest because it was in the evening already. It was around 6 in the evening. Then I had to go and rest in the police post, Isibania police post there. You have to understand how the thing's going to be coming. So when I just deposited myself, they deposited me there. That kind of value, it was not bad. That kind of a sale, not bad. Then I had to negotiate with them. I had to talk much of the people there, so I can just discuss because there's nothing you can just do. The only thing is sleeping. The only thing you have is whenever the shift is coming, you hear kong 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 kong. Get out. Whenever you get out, they check in, they talk about, they have a time, how is it called, a register. They mark the register whenever they have shifts. Then sometimes you get out, there's a breakfast, there's lunch, there's supper. That's the fact. And it's a good meal that even it can just make sure that it's giving you, Mayani said you wanted, what is this one? 100,000 and a set of lies. It was 100,000 exactly. It was 100,000. That was the fact. $1,000 US. That was the fact. And the real fact is, when I went there, I was having much of the 2-3 things there to discuss, to do, and much of the boys. Everything was so okay. So much of the people were coming. Do you know that much of the people were coming like Safari Rally, talking about Gintu. I have to even people I've never seen. They were even coming talk about give to the border now. There were so many. Guys, I'm telling you, whenever I'm at home, I always not use only one border, not 2, not 3, not... I use a set of border. I talk about, hey, bro, can you do this? Take it home. Or can you go bring me such kind of thing? I have so many numbers of borders. Shukri, it's nice to see you in a high spirit. Thank you very much. Shukri Abdul. Thank you very much. And guys, that was the fact. And everything was just running as a condensed. And I was so humble in terms of making sure that everybody, whatever is coming, going to be having this and that. This. The only fact that much of the people going to be talking about Gintu was having some injury, was maybe beaten here and there. It's in a fact that this kind of the people, they wanted me to kneel down. So they just forced me to kneel to kneel down so they can just do what? I can just elevate and give out whatever I'm speaking so they can just, you understand the rules. Whenever a police can talk about kneel down or look back, put your hands back, those kind of the thing. So I kneel. So the talk about the knee that was having some shenanigans. So it had to go down again. So that was the small thing that it was not meant that it was just a harm. Team Ginto all the way. Exactly, Briman. Oh, gee, these people just wait to something to happen. Ginto, you are a young man with potential, but the way you are taking your village is not good at all. How do you want me to take the village? Right now, I'm going on with my G Castle and making sure that I'm giving out the sanitary needs. I'm giving out the clothings. I'm always feeding the vulnerables. You think about it's not something so as we can just move forward to Felix Lol Killer. Look for another potential for you to come and talk about things are not going on good. So the money they just talk about, you are talking about things are just not going on that the potential, but the taking. Whenever I go to the dump site, am I not taking the village forward? When I go and talk about, I want to visit much of the people. So sometimes if you lack much of the things to talk about, just make sure that you are disappearing with an immediate effect. Donate to Gintu so you can just help and needy the village. That is the real fact. And guys, we have much of the people. Thank you much for you remembering this. For Amble, talk about Ernest ate that money. Guys, I'm not bothered with those kind of the people because they ever needed, because I saw a video they were talking about, you know, guys, Gintu is from the same, we are from the same village. I know whatever they're talking about. Everybody has to go neat and go down specifically so as they can talk about, oh, you know, Gintu, this and then this, so as they can just get that kind of the things. Bill the goat. But Ernest has been attacking Gintu right and left. That's the fact. So the only thing is, you cannot expect such kind of a person to come and check on me that how Gintu is just progressing with much of the things, because he understands that he's just a fake person in the street here. So the exaggeration was too much. We were meant to understand you were beaten like at the Brookenge. No. Like a cherry drum. Like a cherry. Oh, understand what you are saying. OG, I fully understand. Thank you. The G Castle has to continue to the completion. Exactly. Vico, this is the Breman talk about it. Drubel, thank you very much for you being tuned. 361 people already, guys. Let's get to 150 likes. If you have not liked, guys, talk about Robin Millet. Hello, Gintu. Hello, Robin Millet. Thank you very much for your hospitality and democratizing here. Kengawood is having sleepless night because of the G Castle. That is the real fact. They needed a lot of money. Need money. There's no problem about that one. So that now non-fake you there. So everything has to get forward, and we have to go forward. So Breman, Namaste Z. Monica Williams, yes, they paid 100 Kenya shillings for the bail. Exactly. Bongo Mama. Thank you very much. That was the fact. 100. I think, and it was a bill out. I think about it. So it was to make sure that I'm just democratizing out. So if it could not be that way, it was on Tuesday, so I could just go to the court. That's a fact. Forever, maybe explanation for Ernest. Don't be bothered. I'm telling you, much of the people are just watching right now. 366 people, they are watching. 130 likes. Thank you very much. Well, let's get to 150. Yes. And what I can just tell you is, let you not be bothered with small things like Ernest. Like a person who talked about, oh, we need money for Gintu here, we need money for... if it never reached to me, guys, I'm telling you that much of the people, everybody's looking for a place to eat. You have to understand it. And I always talk about, let us not talk about this kind of the person, maybe he had a problem more than even Gintu. You have to understand it. Maybe this kind of the people, most of the people are having a bigger problem than even Gintu. Thank you very much. Somebody had donated $20 here. Let me check. Donna Gray, thank you very much. If you wasn't speaking out, you would have many pregnancies in the village. Exactly. That's the fact. Donna Gray. If I could not come out with the strategy of diminishing the minor hoodism, the village could be having so many pregnancies, and most specifically, quote this, injustice. It could be there. That is the fact. Oh, reporting that Gintu was beaten with, oh, get out. The handle of a hole, like a Cherokee drum. Gintu do things your way. Exactly. Bill the goat. I told Gintu his enemies are right beside him. That's the fact. Namaste. Let's hope so. Exactly. Master Z retracted. Gintu is only 26 and old people expect too much from him. We have to understand. Gintu was a certain people wanted to do was crying out for pain so they could say yes to you was in jail. Don't let your power down and please others. Exactly. So what I understand is much of the people who are just there and you saw them, they were with Gintu, they were making sure that Gintu is getting forward. You have to understand. There are people who are even reporting direct while they were there. But there are people can just tell you that, oh, you know, Gintu is arrested. Talk about, you can, I talk about, even I saw Nairobi teacher responded. Thank you very much, Nairobi teacher. Nairobi teacher was there and reported very much representing, and he represented very much and talked about Gintu. Somebody has supported you. Thank you very much, everyone who supported. Talking about Gintu have to get forward. And that is the real point, that we're going to be having the G Castle moving, and much of the people are democratizing to make it happen. Wagwan. It's at 90. I think it's approaching 40. I talk about at least 22 there. The G Castle and the project is moving forward. Exactly. So I've seen here much of the people have democratized. Talking about your US dollars. Thank you very much. And also we have one Kemi Klaus. Woo! Thank you very much, Kemi Clouds. $100, 120 US dollars already. Guys, thank you very much. Kemi bro. Kemi bro, hello. Kemi is a bro again. Victory. I don't understand it. Kemi bro, hello. Kemi. About Kemi bro. Hello. Why not polling? Why not polling? Why not polling? Talking about hello Gintu, welcome home. The Regi, looking out for the vulnerable and the gift of the Nyabwas. Thank you very much. And also Gintu, the name of the person that sell you out, please. That kind of a lady. Yeah, that kind of number. I'm gonna be checking on it. Is this kind of a person who's coming from Illinois? And this is a Mzungu coming from Illinois and selling Gintu. Mungu, you have decided to help this kind of the family. I understand. They have decided that Gintu has to go down, whether they like, whether Gintu likes it or not. Gintu has to. That's what they always venture into. Talking about Gintu has to go down, whether I like it or not. But we are talking about things do come. Maybe it was to set me out. And guys, what I want to tell you right now is one. Let me tell you. A day before. Talk about the day I slept and the day I was released. It was the day for Gintu to give out the vulnerables, the clothing, the sanitary. And I never had the sanitary needs. I made a video, and when I made that video, I was converting, then I was arrested before I could post it. So when I was arrested, then I was released. Then I had to post that video. Much of the people were asking about Gintu. We needed to have what has to take over and how it happened. And that video was talking about how we will help much of the people to have. So that kind of the video could come in a way that, hey, Mkarol, karibu nyumbani, tulikuombea sana. Mkarol, thank you very much. I appreciate your movement. And I really talk about thank you very much, Mkarol. That is the biggest respect. Guys, you have seen even Carol here has supported Gintu. Somebody can talk about Gintu, $4, $1, 3 of them. Guys, let me tell you how the fact was. Carol, your pens are still persisting. They are there. Your Carol, your pens are there. They are there. The notes are taken. And still I have them here. Exactly. So the fact is, if I could not maybe go to the cell, that's the fact. If I could not go to the cell, I could not have that session of the vulnerable yesterday. And that is the fact that God has the plans. Maybe I had to go there, finish much of the stresses there, and let them stay with their stresses there, focus back to the real G Castle and the G vibe outside there. That is the fact. Don't agree? You are talking about, hey, asked Jesus on the cross. They detained you. You came out and fed the vulnerable. How about that? That was the awesomest thing that has ever come out to much of the people. Coming out of cell, party to the vulnerables. And also Kabisa Karo, exactly. Thank you very much. Why not Pauline? Namaste Gintu for the president. Adeas. We go forward, always aiming forward. Exactly. Get me? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Mahalope. Thank you. Green Moon, give kept to the name. L kept the name. Gonna be coming, not Adidas again. G Castle. The G, the real G. Gonna be coming. I'm formulating much of them. My trend. It's gonna be coming, guys. You just wait for it. And I hope everyone has a wonderful Easter. Again, I've remembered. So, by the way, yesterday Jesus was hit like Cherokee drums. I was not understanding it. Yesterday Jesus was hit like Cherokee drum. And this kind of the people, how they call? Yeah, we call them Wayahudi. The people who were hitting Jesus, how are they called? Someone to tell me in the comment section. Here we call them Wayahudi. So in Yabuhansi yesterday, even I was there, somebody told me that, oh, Gintu, we are looking for Wayahudi to go and beat Jesus. I was about to laugh, but I was talking about, okay, those are the postquams and the osquams of the day. They are buying people to go and go and beat Jesus. It was we understand how the Easter is celebrated with the Catholics. Pleasure to the Catholicians wherever they are, and Gintu wangoe meno na macho what the heck? Mkaro nitakii mema alia hata kuna kitu kama hiyo. Mkaro nitakii mema bana. Ai tena ni sasa nikirudi huko ni milele. Hiyo sasa. Hiyo sasa unataka watu wajeki magorofa hapa nje na jina yangu bana. Hiyo naenda kama nimeenda milele. Mkaro. Stop commenting. Let me use your pen here. Let me use it to note here. But okay, guys, Mkaro, she's talking about Gintu continue with the same vibe. Let's go forward. Roman soldier, thank you. Gintu, you were betrayed just like Jesus. I understand. That's the real fact that's always coming out. In Kenya, we have Subaru men. They are the ones I'm talking about who came to take me to the DCI. What happened, Gintu, again? Where have you reached? Talking about from the cell? So from the cell, much of the people are coming to check on Gintu, east, west, and south. They are coming to talk about, oh, Gintu, are you beaten? You know, we understand this kind of the Subaru men. Oh, they are this way, and they can just do some terrible mistake. They can even mahinda your cucumbers here and there. So I tell us how the things were. I'm talking about this. Just a knee that was having a problem that I knelt down. So it was having some. It was like kneeling down for 1 hour. That was the only punishment. Kneeling down for 1 hour and going for a 24-hour cell only. It was kneeling for 1 hour, going for the cell for 24 hours. So that was the real fantastic thing. Judas. No, that was the person who betrayed Jesus. I want the people who are beating Jesus. We call them that group of people, the men who are giving Jesus strokes of canes. Who set up you, Gintu? A Mzungu from Illinois and a lady from DCI. A lady from DCI. They had a connection. They are talking about let this Mzungu now challenge Gintu because I can hear that Mzungu very fast than hearing this kind of an African. Because an African to challenge me, it will be a very bigger time. So I had to use a Mzungu so I can confuse me. And I had talked about things I can get. Carol. 20th century. I understand that kind of the music. Yeah. So somebody has democratized here with a $5. Michael B, did you give out information to anyone that you got beat up in custody? How did I give information? Do I remember anybody asking me the information I was beaten? The only person who asked me that was I beaten, I talked about, no, I have some small injury into my knee only, that I just knelt down for an hour and it was having some krakatu and shenanigans there and there. So maybe somebody just drove out some things that are not coming out. Your sister is smarter and beautiful. Do you want the number? I can give you the number. Gintu is Ernest the Judas. No, that was a tracking from the DCI. That was the fact. Roman soldiers. Oh, they were called Roman soldiers, June. Yeah, we call them Wayahudi. Yeah, Wayahudi. You know these books of hypocrite. Is that called hypocrite? The books of Catholic. How are they called? They have extra 6 books. Judith, Maccabees. Hey, there. So I understand. They are called Roman soldiers. Yeah, yesterday I was told that I have to be a Roman soldier. But I don't know. I let you. God with you, and I will always be there. Thank you very much. Somebody has just democratized 132 contribution here to make sure that Gintu is getting. And there's, yeah, Michael B. Thank you very much. Thank you. Kneeling must have hurt you. You are already a hurt knee. Glad it was a VIP jail cell in Illinois. Namaste. Hey, so Ernesto lied to us that Gintu was beaten. No, I've just talked about just that one of forcing Gintu to kneel down. Hey, bro, kneel down. Yeah, kneel down. Talk while you are kneeling. That was the only thing. Yeah. Maybe sometimes, I don't know. Maybe sometimes you can tell you that I was forced to kneel, so that I was told that I have to kneel down. So I had an art. Maybe that's the point that I'm talking about. But excuse for everyone who's just maybe talking about, much of the people are looking for views and they are looking for money. You have to understand, guys. And that's the fact that I cannot be like Kenge talking about, oh, this kind of the people did this or they did. No. Let us understand that it's a content, and sometimes you can have false information. Maybe they got false information too. You have to understand this kind of the things. Maybe they got not understanding how the things were getting, but you have to excuse them, guys. Let's go forward. Let that one die, because I'm giving out the history, how it was and how it is just appearing. Exactly. Carol, did you find your cat? Carol, don't you have your cat? Or how? I'm not understanding. Abu Hani, what do you mean that Carol, have you got your cat? Do you mean that you are challenging me sometimes here? Or you mean the sound of the cat? Or sometimes you are challenging me here. Good to see you back. Continue the good work. Thank you, Jennifer Oka. Yes, your sister is beautiful and well spoken. Who? Wagwan. Like me or like who? My father is was an Ogozon, and he was the one who was training us. Guys, we are 413 people watching. And I think I'm very clear. Today I'm watching myself here also. Today I'm at my house here and making sure that everything is fantastic. And the Wi-Fi is very strong. Somebody can talk about Gintu be always coming here. I saw here somebody, Mkaro, and to give us scary information. And sometimes, guys, let us have that kind of a moment. Let us excuse whoever wronged, and I'll always have the straightforward record, because if you are getting the second-hand information, third-hand information, fourth-hand information, somebody can even talk about Gintu, they want 1 million. That's the fact. Wait, Leo is missing. Ernest needs a vegetable for the vulnerables. Ernest needs vegetables for the vulnerable. I don't know. Cats missing everywhere? What do you mean? I'm not getting. Real G, good to see you. Bro, stay positive. Inshallah. Salam alaikum. Thank you. Same on that Judah. Certain ashindwe kabisa. Azindwe. Thank you very much. I'm Lucy. Thank you very much for talk about the 9 pounds here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Gintu is silent is Illinois. S-O Illinois. Or S is silent. Illinois. Thank you. Hi, Rilji Hamburg. Thank you very much. Keep it tuned. Thank you for clearing the air. The lies were plentiful. That's why people need to hear it from the one-on-one mouth. Thank you very much. Thank you. Carlos' cat was upset. For Gintu's sake, Leo is okay. Guys, I've missed that kind of a part. What happened to the cat? I'm going to be going back to check what is really with the cat. Are you talking about the sound of a cat? How the cat is always meow, meow, meow. How is it called? Meow, meow. Happy to see you happy. I prayed for you. Thank you, Barba Penti. Thank you much, so much. Thank you very much. Ashindwe kabisa, ashindwe. Ndio huyo Yende, please smash the like. Exactly. Guys, 408 people watching, guys. Give me the like. Let us get to 200. People just go there, like 200 likes, 200 likes, guys. So as you can just move forward. Very fantastic. I think they speculated that given how Machete Man showed up at the G Castle. I have that kind of the video. Don't worry about that one. Listen to the G himself, not from people came out. Exactly. Lucy, thank you. Thank you very much, Lucy. Becky Williams, do you have a person that we can trust to give us good information if something happens that we can believe to get? Much of the people, much of the audience that I always have, much of the people are in Mogesi channel, they are in Nesto, they are in Mayani, and Sigano also, they have much of the audience. They can come out with an information, which is really, maybe sometimes much of the people are panicking. Much of the people sometimes panic because when I'm not at the G Castle here, much of the people feel like it's gonna be like something not good, disgusting. Much of the jobs are lost from here to there. So let's go forward. We have to understand. So much of the people, Mayani can broadcast. You can never know at which position, at which time, at which zone can you get this kind of the problem. So for me to talk about who will broadcast whatever gonna be getting bad from my own side or getting bad, I can just say that everyone is allowed to do it. As far as the point you are, you can find that as a miscellaneous effect is getting you while you are in your Boanse. Maybe people can see you in public. You will not say that this is about. Much of the people can come out with the first-hand information, second-hand information, third-hand information. They can give rumors. So we have to understand it and re-estimate it that we have such kind of the people. Kemi Klaus is saying something here. Kemi Klaus is saying that support Gintu directly, Samson Gintu Sigano. It's a +254 70049 0047. And you can get Gintu there via WhatsApp. We can chat, we can rhyme, we can vibe, we can do whatever you think about, we can just do. And also we can even explore and make the things to get forward. As far as guys, we are 146 people have democratized with a USD here. Somebody can talk about Gintu, 10, 4, even 1 USD. It's very awesome and fantastic at the same time. You can support Gintu. And when Kenge will be back home, I'm not bothered with that boy. Kenge is now a small boy, and don't do with people who are just been fed with their own talk about a mother-in-laws. A person who is just disappearing from a home, a bigger home, and going to stay in a cage, and also being supported and being cooked, and just interrogating and cucumberizing in the same area of where he got the wife from. Very miscellaneous. So that's a small boy. I'm not bothered with that boy. Not be bothered with that boy. Abeki move to the village. Exactly. Monica Williams. Hey, KFF. Monica Williams. Hello, Kung Fu Fanta. Woo, woo. Kung Fu Fanta. Woo, woo. Vikori. Kung Fu Fanta. Kemi. The Rigi Classy. Lady One Love. Drum bell. Thank you. Exactly. Pro. Hey, something here. Johnny, I don't know. Kung Fu Fanta. Thank you very much for you being tuned. Talking about M. Caro. Hi. M. Caro, you are greeted here. There is a suspect who must have a US SIM card who might have been pretending to call you from Illinois. You might. And you might. The police have everything to do. You can never. I see that the pit is being dug out. Good look. Oh, somebody showing you the pit? It was a video of tomorrow, guys. You know, right now I don't have a GoPro. The GoPro still, it's there because they told me that, oh, Gintu, whenever we can just get out, we want to monitor you and see how you're just going with the content. So my GoPro is still there. I'm always using a phone, guys. You have to understand it, please. I have to understand it. So I'm not having a GoPro, so I've not filmed. KFF, hey, Kung Fu Fanta. Wow. I'm digging outside there, the pit for the water, talk about the water storage, and it's ongoing. It's at 20 feet long, 10 feet wide, 5 feet deep. Chonjo, because of much of the stones. Tomorrow I show you. Kumfanta, hello. I'm Lucy. Thank you. Welcome, Kumfanta. KFF. Ooh, glad to see you all. I'm cooking. Hey, Kemi, what are you cooking here? Why do you make your windows so big? Good aeration, number one. Good air, to talk about good light system, number two. Number three, let me tell you, number three is for the classic of the house, the standard of the house had required much of the bigger windows. I'm telling you that as a fact. I saw Ernesto and Mayani, both were very honest, my opinion, exactly. Akemi, hi. Junior, Kumfan talking about Junior. Who is Junior? Thank you much. Miss Miss P. Yeah. Leo was Leo was just praying for Ginto, and his mother was upset with him. He was praying too loud. Sorry, Leo, forgive Mami Carol. You guys need to be careful. Strikes are detained. What's next? And we don't have a life out here. We need you. Exactly. Don't agree. I respect. Exactly. Please smash the like. Yeah, guys, we are 193. Imagine 410 people watching, guys. 193. Let's get to 200. 200, guys. Give me that 7 ones. Then we can just frame from there. Give me the 7 ones. And you can also support Gintu via even the super chats here. You can send $1, $2, 3, 4, whatever you feel that, or you can just support Gintu and we'll get forward. Thank you. We have so many comments here. So many comments here. I was not even to read and finish it. Prento 2USD. It's very fantastic. Thank you very much for the 2USD. I like. Oh, Nikki is available. Thank you. Pronto. Thank you. Pronto. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me go with the rest here. Somebody, you should have connected your GoPro to your phone. You could control the camera remotely. Guys, due to unconditional circumstances, when things comes abrupt, you can never entail and know at what specific point is it going to be happening. You can never know. When things come abrupt, you can never know at what time, at which specific point. Sometimes we have to understand, sometimes here, running here and there. But guys, awesome thing. Woo! Are you waiting for it? Awesome thing is, we're going to be having it's called an after Easter vulnerable party. It's called after Easter vulnerable party. Much of the people will be talking about Bahama Mama. I see you. Thank you very much. Bahama Mama. Yeah, thank you very much. I know her. She's available. Guys, what I mean is we're going to be having an after party, which is the after Easter vulnerable party for the aged only. I'm going to be making for the aged. We're going to be surprising them. Whoever will not eat Easter, I'm going to be making good Easter for our aged men. Talk about fathers and mothers, grandmothers and grandfathers in the village. Already we are democratizing. Guys are going to be giving you the timeline and the date because still we are ongoing with the contribution. And it's getting to the brim point. Wow. The chicken will be there. 5 chicken is enough for our vulnerable around. No much of the shenanigans of children and the other aged people. Because after much of the people will be going back to school, I'll be having a back to school party. Woo! After Easter vulnerable party. Wagwan. Gonna be sounding good, yeah? After Easter vulnerable parties. Gonna be democratizing. From maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. Keep it tuned. Gonna be coming, gonna be announcing. And before the school gonna be open on Monday, maybe on the weekend, you're gonna be having some pens and books. I'm gonna be giving them books and pens back to school. Even some of the sanitary needs are gonna be giving them back. And so the people can just know that we are there. An elderly after Easter vulnerable party for the aged, exactly June. We are having it. I think the drinks occasionally not how Ernest describes. We all was young ones, exactly. Exactly. I want to take care of this kind of the people. I know much of the vulnerables talk about the aged people to the society. They will not get something to put into the stomach. Much of them. I want to give them a platform for themselves only. Aged people only. I will cook for them, prepare for them, and give them music. They will dance. Watacheza. Hey, wait for it. DJ, amazing. God bless you. Thank you. Can me behave? Will Murad turn to Nyabuanse wearing his blue air mark? King of quiet me, myself. Thank you. Phil Kiwaru for Gintu because the progress Gintu. Exactly. Build the goats. Thank you very much. Senior party. It's called, yeah. You got it. It's called the senior party. The senior party. Junior. Hey, bro. Can the villagers ever reconcile? Yes, they can. If we put our thoughts together. Michael B. This I'm talking about. KFF. Nikki. Hi. Nikki gonna be having a senior party. You have said that it's gonna be converted from after Easter vulnerable party. It's gonna be called the senior party. Let's wait for it. Let's continue with the vulnerable project. Exactly. Support Gintu. Exactly. Gintu for the president. Exactly. Equire senior invited. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Ten 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 ten. Ten 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 21st century. We are there. Please smash the like. Exactly. You are very kind and caring man. God bless you. Lady winners, thank you very much. Guys, I'm telling you as a fact, we're going to be having senior party, which is called After Easter Vulnerable Party. In quote, senior party. Then we're going to be having children party that's going to be democratizing with much of the stuffs for the school. Talk about the pencil, talk about the rubbers, talk about the sharpeners, talk about some books, and talk about some sanitary, talk about some, we're going to be having much of the things there. Gento is there. Much of the people will ever enjoy. Get their vibe following. Because when Gintu is unto the village, we democratize, we make it happen. Everybody to cheer. Let me hear the polo. Let's make it happen. I can wait until the castle opens. Oh, wait for it, guys. We are going systematic. I'm going to update you about that. CJ, Gintu, you are the G. Thank you. Yes, Gintu, invite Kohera Senior. Back to the point. I think gonna be watching. Get the likes up faster than a safari rally. Exactly. Gintu for me, God is Senator 2025. Politician. Hey, will it be on Zoom? It's gonna become, guys. The breaking news is again. I have a drone. Pum, 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 pum. I've ever been climbing on trees. I've been ever talking about, oh, here, there, they are climbing on trees, talking about, oh, guys, here I'm looking people in an aerial manner. So the camera gonna be looking people in an aerial manner. I've already brought something called a drone already. So the party gonna be launching it. Wait for it. The vulnerable party, the senior party, gonna be launching this stuff. Very fantastic. Somebody clap for Gintu. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Cody, thank you very much for $20. Thank you very much. Hello, Gintu. I appreciate your movement. Thank you very much. Kodo, thank you. Gintu, have you ever supportive sister? You have a very supportive, very nice. You should have her more on your videos. I'm gonna be launching her YouTube channel. So whenever the time comes, I'm gonna be pinning her, squeezing, making sure that she's rising like Safari Rally. Wait for that moment. It's coming. Thanks for your support. Exactly. Gintu, I want to hear that you are free to move around out of your neighborhood from you. First-hand information is vital. You are on point. I'm free, A to Z. No shenanigans. Coco, thank you very much. Miss Optimus, everyone is relative to everyone in that village. But not much. Some want to squeeze them from far and bring them to this kind of the square. How can Ernest talk about the friend? Exactly. Robin, thank you. I have asked Ginto about in the comment because had an activated in his life. Miss Optimistic, I have to ask Ginto about it. In what is it from the farm? Somebody can just talk about it. Same to you, Kemi. Drone is awesome. Can't wait. Exactly. Drone is needed. Fantastic. Hello, Nikki. Yes, you have sister Catherine. More in your videos. Exactly. From Jay, thank you. Kemi, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everyone has been Ginto for the president. Woo! For the new drone. Woo! Ginto, how are you doing? Magagi Burundi. Ginto is good. Ginto is very good and well to go. Thank you, Lucy. Furthermore, greetings. Thank you. Progress. Oh, hey, Akia Mungo Emukaro, today is today. Vanessa, the drone will be nice. Exactly. Bravo, Gintu. Kemi, hello, Lucy, green mood. We are so many here. 401 people already watching. And Sandra, welcome. Ines, so Gintu, you are, Ines, how are you? Catherine stepped up to the challenge and managed the information overload. Thank you. Congratulations on having a new drone. Thank you very much. I will send donation through Western Union. Adeas, point taken until on Tuesday, so the banks will be open. Max One said you his cousin, true or false, Gintu? Max One, sometimes I'm hearing talking about Gintu, my cousin. I don't know where it is coming from and how it is, but what I know is that we are of the same clan. Yeah, we share so many ancestors. Somebody can relate. Those 18th century is ancestors. Yeah. Kemi, you need to pay Maro so you can marry 370. You are thank you. Carol, they are lost. They don't realize how you react to push traffic their way. Exactly. Gintu A, Gintu B. Woo! Gintu A, yeah. Gintu B. Woo. Gintu C, Gintu D. Yeah. Guys, thank you very much. Everyone has been tuned and locked in very much. And somebody was just supported Gintu. Thank you very much. Gintu conveniently keep overlooking at that question. The fact is the thing that thank you. Everyone has been tuned and locked in. And 400 people already watching this kind of the live and coming out to this kind of the night session. Here I am. And 105 already. 221 likes. Guys, give me 250. We are 405 guys. Let me 250 likes so they can just make sure that we are moving forward. Let's get to the likes, guys. If you have not democratized to the likes, let's go to the likes and like 222 already. Let's go to the likes. Let's go to the likes, guys. So they can just make it happen. Yes, they all share forefathers, all related in that village. Exactly. Props to see it's making me laugh. No man can curse what God has best. Exactly. Max called Davy his brother. Tarbo viniri. Yani tuko locked. Yeah. Like the video, make it happen. Let's make it happen. Like. Let's go. Let's make it 230 likes already. Let's go. Let's go, guys. If you have not liked, like. You can feel. Wagwan. When we were kids, we liked to do it. Beating the fingers. Exactly. And we are making it. Do more likes. Gintu, very interesting. Exactly. Torobo Viniri, thank you very much. I share ancestors with Ekaro. We are related. Karo, are you related with Lucy? I don't know. You share the forefathers. Ebo Grace, thank you. Soul sister, I also related to everyone in the village. You are right. Is Jay passing to the stage? Gintu for the president. Thank you very much. Oh my God, Chichioma, Choma. Lucy, that's right, exactly. Karo, exactly. Talk about why was a Majeta man arrested for threatening to po. Seems wrong people are being harassed. That's the real fact. I have liked already. Thank you very much. Gintu for the area chief. Area chief, no. Area chief, no. I don't want small cases like oh, oh my cow, I was grazing, then abruptly it ate one maize. The guy who wanted the maize was eaten. One is talking about the $110,000, $100. Oh no. Kumuvanta, no. Village Nyaboke, then we will become a village. No. Village chief, no. Taribo Vinir, get that village chief out. No, village chief, no. I don't want that to come the small cases of talking about this kind of the person hit me this way. And you talk about this kind of the people bring money and rush away. This is not a stupid thing for you to do. Please smash the like. Exactly. Guys, like. We are 333. Guys, we have relaxed a little bit. 401 watching, imagine. And let's get 250. And I'm going to be ending up this kind of the life whenever we get 250 likes already and make it. I will like 400 times. I would get into always get into the real G, unstoppable. Gintu is still interested going back to school for journalism. This in a chat talking about Gintu. Are you still interested to go back? I talked about whenever I'm going to be finishing this kind of the G Castle. Democratizing to the school is going to be the facto thing. Play Fishbowl song as you go. Guys, do I have a remote here for the TV so that I can just search for one of the music that much of the people are waiting for, so they can just have it played here, very fantastic, so you can just have where is that kind of the music? Where is the music? Oh, it has not brought it here. Why is it not bringing it here back? Why? Guys, I'm checking from my screen here, so I can just have the music playing. Oh no, it's that so far. Oh, I got it somewhere. It's somewhere. Let me get it. Oh, Asterix and no. Is it this one here? Yeah, let me play this one here so I can just check it. Guys, I'm just looking at this kind of the point here so I can just have a point for me to bring you the much of the music here a little bit. Nikki. Exactly. I like it. Yeah. Let me get to the forward premiere so I can just have. Yeah, I'm just forwarding here a little bit so I can just have it getting to the forward path where the music is. Let me get it there. Let me hear the music is available. Oh yes, they begin. Hey. You can feel it within. Shagala bagala, loud and proud. And bro, you're dancing in every crowd. This ain't no villa for quiet repose. It's a castle of commotion. Anything goes. Yeah. You're having much of the music here playing here. Thank you very much. Everyone has been tuned. 243 likes, guys. Let's get to 250. Oji talking. I see haters in the bush every crying. Exactly. Gintu for the Boase mayor. We don't have mayors today. We have councillors. In the house. Mail Nyaboki talking about everyone in the house. I'm busy at work. I'm watching, and today is my birthday. Oh, guys, let's gather here for Milani Nyaboke. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nyaboke. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, we have it. Thank you very much. Kung Fu Fanta. I agree again to be promoted to a no. Village chief, no. Big up, Gintu. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Turbo, stop the copy, click at that X close. What are you will like button? Gintu, I missed some of your story. Did you lose it? Fekere, welcome. Gintu, Gintu A, Gintu B, Gintu C, Gintu D. Guys, we have only 5 likes. I end up this kind of the live stream. I have only 2 minutes to end up. Watch the bail money did Panga man get. I don't know. I cannot talk about. I don't know that one. I don't get a copyright. I understand. No, it's not copyrighted. All my music. I have 22 musics. I talk about 22 music. They don't have copyrights. That's the fact. Got you. Thank you. Fekere didn't miss the teeth. He took this. Guys. Shh. Might return me back. Gintu, like your cartoon picture, had one video, wonderful. Thank you. This Bahama Mama backyard farm life in Ireland way. Thank you. Faye, there was Moges, not Gintu. Exactly. Gintu no more democalizing with the Muzungu in USA on the phone. Illinois. Hey, 250 already likes. Woo! Much of the thanks. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Exactly. 21st century. How do you make your music? It's coming one on one to make sure that the music is coming. Gonna be bringing you one day a real vibe. If you want to download the music and get them, store them, well and good. Gonna be coming. I'm preparing for that kind of a good moment for it to come out. Exactly. Real G, one love. Thank you, Akin K. Fekere. This I will not leave him alone now. Things are just getting good. Kemi, that was Mama Matthew as number. Sorry, ladies, get into silence. It's confirmation that guys, it's gonna be raining right now here, and I'm gonna be ending up this kind of a live stream. Everyone has been locked and keeping in tuned. Thank you very much for your time, and also God bless you wherever you are. Everyone has just supported Gintu via liking, via watching, via sending some little money for Gintu to be supported. Thank you very much. And if you want to support Gintu direct, you can just go to an M-Pesa, which is a +2547 00490047, and you can just democratize. Bye bye, folks, wherever you are. Check you another moment, another time. Mapangale. Yeah. Bye, everyone. Bye bye, guys. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye bye. Bye bye. Wherever you're coming from, God bless you, all of you, and be protected with the blood of Jesus. And we play and we humbly request from the living God that He is the protector, the provider, and is making everything to go very kaboom. This is the option. Support Gintu via the M-Pesa, or you can chat with Gintu +2547 00490047. Bye, everyone. See you next time, next point, next fight. No GoPro lives, no GoPro videos. We have to go forward. The G Castle. The G Castle, we are moving. Let's make it happen. See you tomorrow, Easter Sunday. Go to church. Point taken, point missed. Thank you very much. Bye. Kwaheri. Thank you. Love. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good night, Gintu. Happy Easter. Wow. Thank you. Bye. Kwaheri kumfufanta.